And we are live, T-minus 27 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint quali. And it will, of course, get techier than techie things. TWM, T-Lioro. I'm here for it, chat. And I'm trying to decipher what we've just seen as far as FP1. And I think this might be something of an Oscar Piastri resurgence. Monday morning quarterbacking, Cameron. How very dare you. You wrote Oscar Piastri off. Because, again, there's a lot of racing still to do. There is 4 of them. 2 sprint races remaining, one of which will happen at the Brazilian Grand Prix. But Oscar Piastri, never gone too well around Brazil. Although Shez says you've got to normalise for some exceptional anomalous circumstances, don't you? Last year, didn't he put it on pole for the sprint? It's going to get techie, Jay. Depends, I thought, just to grab a handful. Where's this rain at anyway? I thought I saw a cheeky tweet saying that torrential rain is coming for this session. It looks like paradise in the background, and I don't like that, chap. I'm not loving that. I'm not loving that at all. Where's this rain that Max Verstappen and Max Verstappen fans so badly need and deserve? Nowhere to be seen as at the time of writing, and that's concerning. Max is not sounding too positive on the car this weekend. And when he was off, wasn't he, Jaco? How uncharacteristic of Max Verstappen is that? But the Red Bulls always bring something, right? Over the course of the race weekend, they're like Oscar Piastri. They take a while to play their way into the setup, the optimal setup crease. Tomorrow, TWM, that's a little bit too late, isn't it? A little. Yeah, it's a little too late, that. I don't know what to say. Go on then. Ted Kravitz brings up the drivers' standings as they stand. 357 points is Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri on 356. 321, Maximilian Verstappen. Max currently sits 35 points adrift. Therefore, it's techie, isn't it? That's as near as makes their difference. 9 points every single Grand Prix. We talked about the scenarios. Max is going to need favours from Lando. If Max wins every single race and every single sprint, Lando Norris finishes second in every race except for one. In that Grand Prix, finishes 4th. Then Max Verstappen is only the champion on countback. This is 2007 settings, is it not? Lewis and Alonso. Scenario 2, Max Verstappen wins all the races and sprints left. Lando finishes second in both sprints, second in 2 races and third in 2 races. Oscar Piastri finishes third in both sprints, second in 2 races and third in 2 races. Even then, Max Verstappen would only be forcing through 5-time champion on count back. That's techie, yeah, I'm telling you. Send the rain, Dynamite. I don't disagree, mate. Like, it's going to get, it is going to get techie. Oscar Piastri on the mic, talking about a change in the car. You know, I've heard so much speculation about the damage that he took as far as his chassis at Kota Sprint. That potentially sometimes they change the chassis and everything changes for the race driver. It just doesn't feel the same. Sometimes these things just happen. 105 if you're watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like the stream if of course you like the stream. It's going to get techier than techie things, I'm telling you. I can't wait to get some proper racing behind me. The week has been long and I'm in for some escapism. T-minus 23 minutes will be your start time. Oh, and by the way, toolbox. No, Ted Kravitz saying that he doesn't understand. Z is going to get techier than techie. I got George for the poll. Didn't have that option. I know, fan. I know, STP. 43 fan. We'll see. But what we do have is some George Russell match. Whilst he's not in the bloody poll, I need to put some more respect on George's name, don't I? I acknowledge that. For the avoidance of doubt, not never will we ever sacrifice George and or objectivity at the altar of partisanship. I'm not the biggest George Russell fan, but he's not been bad season to date, has he? Oh, the humanity indeed. Easy G. What's going on, Umaj? I am nervous. You believe in Max for this race? I don't know, chat. I don't know. It's I don't know, it's a long shot. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. Implausible, however, is where it gets techier than techie things. Watch one hour of the podcast for Max and Gabby, and damn beautiful. It's not bad, Dynamite. I'd recommend of course, we speak of the Pellas Pelas Pistas podcast. In English, definitely worth a cheeky watch. I'm a high tier Max D1 level Max Glazer, Benny, but doubts creeping in. Oh, the humanity. Can Max do this? He's going to need for all of the stars to align. And as at the time of writing, I can't see any rain on track racing gods. What are we doing? Where's the rain at? I keep seeing tweets saying that it's coming, the torrential rain is going to be here any second. And anytime I look at the screen, it's like, well, nowhere to be seen. T-minus 21 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint quali round 21, the Brazilian Grand Prix. We'll go through context over the next 21 minutes, and we'll talk about Oscar, so too we'll talk about Max, and we'll talk about Lando Norris. These are important things now. Right, let me speak you through this. I saw this. Interlagos is currently under a severe storm warning until Saturday at midnight. Rainfall between 30 and 60 millimeters per hour and 50 millimeters per day. What? 50 and 100 millimeters per day. What's going on? Intense winds 60 to 100 kilometers per hour. What? I don't buy it. I'm not sure. I don't buy it. Techie. So apparently we're going to get big rain tomorrow. 172 if you're watching concurrently, do me a favour and like the stream. Let me say up front, this channel drives and survives by dint of you guys turning up your availability, your industry ad nauseum. And I make no apology for labouring the point, nor do I make an apology for saying thank you. I don't say that often enough. So you say rain is coming then. That's what Holiness on Twitter says. And again, all F1 journeys are created equally, but some are created more equal than others. And Holiness isn't a bad one for F1 big data. Yeah, rain, storm warning up until midnight tomorrow night, Brazil time. Oh, I just don't know, chat. It needs some big rain. He thinks that this might be damage limitation. In the dry, those McLarens look rapid, chat. Although Max Verstappen didn't get his, he didn't get any timing under the mediums, did he? Yeah, Z. Do the poll about that if you remember. Go on then, Z. What about the rain, Z? Excuse me. We do need rain. Go on then. Will we get rain? Oh, this is techie. 61% of you think Max will nail the sprint quali. That number's normally all around 80%, isn't it? Oh, I'm nervous, chat. I'm nervous. Fudge cake. You mentioned James Hinchcliffe podcast in the Oscar to Red Bull stream. What's the name of the podcast? Did I mention James Hinchcliffe? Remind me who much, I can't remember. Drive to Survive. Oh, fair cop. I'll smash it out another time, Z. It's a good shout though. How many of you are DTS watchers? 189 of you. Yeah, no, it's a good shout by Cam. Mentioned James Hinchcliffe in the Oscar. I think pretty much I have no clue. I don't understand. But ye abbots of unreason, flog that like button, might do you an absolute legend. Why am I so nervous all of a sudden? T-minus 18 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint quali session. And again, you've thrown me off, see? I need to... Will it rain for quali? There we go. You guys let me know whether rain's coming. Everybody says it is, but I don't know whether... What are we doing here? Have we not got any VTs that we can talk to? Lest we get a bit bored of seeing Martin Brundle get into a McLaren. I'm not sure that I'm interested in this, if I'm honest. 227, if you're watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. I'm getting a bit nervous here now. I'm really getting nervous already. He said, James, ask somebody that did Max gave Lewis a hard racing lesson. Tom Clarkson, Beyond the Grid podcast. It wasn't James. Tom Clarkson he mentioned. This is ages ago. So Tom Clarkson on the last, so on the Mexican Grand Prix race review, Tom Clarkson asked James Hinchcliffe whether Max gave Lewis a lesson in racecraft. I think that's a direct quote as well. Go back and watch it. It'll be on there somewhere. Start your engines, Germanic. I'm nervous, chat. Look at me. Got so many things that I want to go through. We'll go through the background and context tomorrow, I promised, before quali or before the sprint proper. I'm nervous, chat. Why am I so nervous? Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Verstappen looking resilient. I mean, he sounded in the Pellas. In the Pellas podcast, he I don't know. I like Max Verstappen in long form. Maybe familiarity breeds contempt, but I do like seeing Max Verstappen just relaxed, just talking about racing. The understeer comment is brilliant. Bortoleto, they were asked, what sort of handling dynamic do you like from the car? Oversteer, understeer. Bortoleto says, I'm not a big fan of understeer. Sometimes understeer. And Max overtypes him and interrupts him and says, you know what? Doesn't matter whether you like or don't like it. Understeer is slow. I was loving that bit. I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. How often do we get to hear F1 drivers talking long for? They need to do more podcasts. They will in the end. Now that Liam Parker et al. Stefano Dominicali realise that there's upside to be to be gotten from embracing content creators, they're realising. This is why they say that controversial thing about it's not sport, it's content. Just watching Max Verstappen spin off again. Oh yeah, Max give a TWM. Max give Lewis a lesson. You did indeed hear that right, TWM. If you watch the Beyond the Grid podcast, excuse me, if you watch F1.com, the official YouTube channel, watch their post-race, post-Mexican Grand Prix review. And in there, Tom Clarkson asked the question, did Max just give Lewis a lesson in racecraft? Oversteer is slow, gangster. Understeer is slow. Understeer is slow. TWM. It was a gangster line. Worth Belas Pistas. Worth listening to that podcast. I understand that, but I think Max would have made the difference. Charles had no speed. Max had to control the tyre temperature, but I think they left it too late. They talk about this as well. The tyre choice. Medium to hard, again in the Pelas Pistas podcast. It was born of a conversation. Max Verstappen told Bortoleto, don't you dare start on the soft compound tyre. And then they lined up on the grid to see that everybody around them, that they were the only ones starting on soft. It's a brilliant podcast, I swear. Pelas Pistas. We need to get more, rather than this bloody Emily, what's her name, chicken shop date in the car, just drive. Why don't we just get more podcasts? I remember seeing Carlos Sainz on the Nude Project podcast. God tier. Why don't they do more podcasts? Yeah, I get it, because they don't have the time and already zero bandwidth and all this stuff. But bloody Nora, if you want to see an uptick in engagement, if you want F1 as a community to engage properly with F1 and the drivers and see an uptick shortly thereafter, therefore, bring them on, get them on podcasts. Can you imagine Mr. Windsor going back and forth, friend of the channel by the way, having a 90-minute conversation with Max? Pay a lot of money to see that. T-minus 12 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint quali. And it's going to get techie out here, isn't it? I'm nervous already. Look at it. What are you nervous for, Cameron? What are you nervous for, chap? I suppose it matters. That's why. It's nerve-wracking. It is a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Piastri to Red Bull, Perez to McLaren. Let's go. I don't think they'd hire. No, they're not hiring Checo. I think they'd be in for Charles Leclerc, if anything. So go on, and let's talk about the Piastri thing since you bring it up. Safak, you're a legend. Darius, They were on the reverse strategy. Charles soft, then medium. Max medium, then soft. Soft was considerably better. Max said that he didn't want to spend, well, he had to spend a long time on the worst tyre. Oh, Safak, I'm nervous. Go on, and let's talk to the Oscar Piastri nonsense. So I've had it confirmed now from two very reliable resources that Oscar Piastri at the very least was scheduled to have a contractual conversation with Red Bull. Now, of course, the context is this: these conversations happen always. I'm not breaking any news. But on the back of the previous 4 race weekends where Oscar Piastri has experienced a material lull in his form, I think that this matters. That Oscar Piastri could potentially leave McLaren at the altar of favouritism and Lando Norris, prodigal son, McLaren PLC. I think this is significant, chat. Who knows? Maybe it happens. Maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe this is a nothing burger. But again, sometimes you've got to put on your investigative Formula One cap and connect the dots for yourself. All and sundry have been talking over the past couple of weekends about Oscar Piastri and the probability that he leaves McLaren as soon as 2026. He'd have to break a clause. Somebody would have to buy him out. But he's only like 9 years old, is Oscar. He's got 1,000 years left in F1. So if there were anyone on the grid that you were going to throw the bag at and pay some serious wonga to break him out of a contract, it would be the one that they call Oscar Jack Piastri. No, Safat, me and you know, I'm nervous. This is it, chat. This is peak F1 now. Max has got to do it. Like he's got to win. He has to win, or something has to happen to the McLarens to keep this championship alive. This is the gift and the curse as far as the dying embers of the 2025 season. Neutrals and Max evangelists alike will just be invested overweight in Max Verstappen getting something done here. Oscar is not going to get at Red Bull what he already has is McLaren. True. They have the fastest car, eh? But do they have the fastest team? That's what Oscar Jack Piastri will be thinking. What's going on with Ted Kravitz? Where's Natalie and where's Simon? Excuse me. Kurnchanduk alluding to what Holiness on Twitter said. Big F1 data. Being that it's super windy out there. Let me check the wind. Wind currently coming in at 4.7 kilometers per hour from the southeast direction. OJP going to be Red Bull to be a number 2 P2 driver. But the problem is, I don't know why we're so short term in our horizons. Why would Oscar Piastri go there if he didn't believe that Max Verstappen was going to leave? He wouldn't. Max Verstappen potentially is there as a placeholder. You know already that if Toto builds himself a rocket ship for 2026, he will want to put one Maximilian Verstappen in there. Have you never been at a job where you just wanted to leave? Bloody no, we're just looking at Kimi Antonelli threading the needle. That was a bit dangerous. Off. Isaac Hadjar getting run off the road. Keep it on the island. Lando Norris getting caught behind the back marker at its Albon. What's going on, Dustin? You're a legend. What's the rain situation? Della, we just went through it all. Big chance of rain tomorrow between the time when you'd expect quali and midnight. Eddie Jordan, it would have been bad. Max says we'll see. Matt sounds very stoic, doesn't he? We'll see. Whatever. I don't know, chat. I'm not sure what to read into Max's body language there. We'll see. It's okay. Oh, I don't know, chat. No Rome. You had me at 2 Trailer Park Girls. Christopher. It's not a bad lyric. I wish it was me own. But of course, it's the legend that they call Marshall Matters, a.k.a. Eminem. Mercedes winning with Max isn't exciting. They need to beat him to really win. I don't hate that corporate. I don't hate it. But Toto's looking to expedite for his learning curve, right? He'll want to get Max in that car. I think it's his dying wish almost at this juncture. He'll want to get Max in that car. There's nothing at which he won't stop. Excuse me, nothing at which he will stop to get one Maximilian Verstappen. What's going on, Andy? You good? Mr. Discord had to work. You're a legend. No, don't be daft, Andy. It's cool. You're a legend. Work be working. Are there bookmakers odds on AM continuing with life? Mike, if you wanted to get odds, you could phone up your local bookmaker and they'd give you them. I don't think that's a special that I've seen. He'll be there. You'd get short odds, Mike. What makes you think that Lawrence, having spent 300 million on a wind tunnel and a brand new factory, with Adrian Newey just coming online, starting to design cars, what makes you think that Lance Stroll's going to do anything but stay at Aston Martin? Max is laughing. It's on. I didn't like Max's body language just then, I'll be honest. In the interview with Craig Slater, seemed almost resigned. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, chat. T-minus 5 minutes until we get ourselves round 21. Sprint quali. What are we thinking about sprints anyway? I'm not sure. Some people say, well, it's just better than free practice. But is it though? Is it though really? Sometimes as far as my F1 weekend, I need some foreplay. Do you know what I mean? It needs to build and crescendo and then get to qualifying and bang, it's there. When you go straight from FP1 through to sprint, I feel like my mood isn't commensurate for sprint qualifying, not just yet. Set the alarm clock. Max is an alien. He can win in any car. Corporate. He's not bad, is he? That Max guy. That Max guy. You enjoy sprint seat? I don't know, mate. Not when they're normally processions. The one around here last year weren't very good until it got circumstance and then rain and then red flags in quali. Toto glazing Max is annoying, but very fun to listen to, but annoying. I think I understand the reason why he Max glazes, because he wants to sign him. Do you know what I mean? TWM says variety is the spice of life. Let's go sprinting. I don't hate it, TWM. I do not hate it as a concept, but somehow I don't think it's in its final form just yet. Why don't they try a reverse? Keep trying, iterate for the form, surely. Iterate for it. Never say that again. The lion never resigns. He lives for the hunt and will only die at the hands of another hunter. I don't hate it. I don't hate it too much. I'm just speaking the honest truth, mate. He just looked a little bit resigned. One of these, like, I don't know. But again, that shot never in your life ever back against one Maximilian, soon to be 5-time champion Verstappen. Never in your life. How many world championships did Eddie Jordan win? Eddie was, we need to put some respect on Eddie's name. Right. Your track circumstance is thus round 21, the Brazil Grand Prix, Sao Paulo, sprint qualifying incoming, T-minus 2 minutes. Track distance 4.3 kilometers, sprint laps 24, 1 minute 7.281, 43 meters elevation, 348 kilometers per hour maximal velocity. It's going to get techie. Why are they talk about the sprint qualifying circumstance, not the sprint? It's not a sprint yet. Come on, Sky F1, like, pull your fingers out, lads. What are we doing here? Oh, here we go. The wind is picking up. All them Iperogresso flag. My crystal ball is murky this weekend. TWM, I'm sorry, no miracles. I know. It's very murky. Z. Going to need a catch-up, a crawl, a fortuitous circumstances or lack thereof as far as McLaren are concerned, if indeed you're a neutral or a Maximilian Verstappen fan, or alternatively you just want to see a championship close between now and the remaining 4 races. It's techie. Martin Brunner making the pertinent points that this is going to be M25 levels of congested. Is it not? It's going to be traffic jam, rush hour settings around here, and there's not a lot of time to go out and get a time in. It's going to be yellow flaggy. Of course, it's going to be techie, and it's going to be lots of impedings, incidental or otherwise. Looks clear as day. No rain of which to speak. Dustin, do you really need an excuse not to work? I don't know. Me neither. Nervous. Sky F1 had to mute. Came here. Let's go, free. I appreciate you, mate. I want to mute the Sky F1 thing, but again, I've got to listen to them so I can translate the pertinent points to you guys, right? I pay my money so that you guys don't have to. What do you think about reverse grids? Yay or nay? Imagine Spa downhill. No, but the reverse grid TWM isn't a reverse track. Reverse grid is I think the reverse grid should look something like this. If Lando currently leads the championship from Oscar and from Max shortly thereafter, flip that reverse and put Lando in 20th and then put Oscar Piastri in 19th. Max Verstappen, start him in 18th, because that's the only way that you can do it better, because everybody else, any other way that you do, everybody will game the system right. Is that a Max Verstappen first out? Oh, the humanity. How long will it take Lewis to get a penalty? Oh, the humanity, Macon. Probably already has one. I can't watch my favourite streamer get pessimistic after every race. Keep your head up. He'll be a 5-time champion soon, I believe him. Force him to be 5-time, how much? 400 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. We are 11 minutes 40 seconds on the docket in SQ1. Of course, it's medium compound tyres that you got to run in these sessions. The first 2 and then SQ3, we get ourselves a proper shootout on red labelled soft compound tyres. Watch the McLaren's fumble it. Oh, the humanity. Matt's taking pole by 0.05. If it's close, then this week is techie and techie things. TWM, I'm nervous. Let's go, Outlaw. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Reverse track, yeah, TWM. It's Grice's razored you, sir. And that's my bad for doing that. I knew exactly what you meant. Last time Max did P17 to P1. This time he's starting quali P17. Huh. Everybody else chilling out. What's going on here then? Oh, I'm brave. Why so serious? Why so serious? Ten minutes, 15 seconds left on the docket. It's another Sun going quickest. 118.9. Watch the Lion. Why am I so nervous? No, we can't go. Oh, it's nervous. Can the balls that are red pull this together? Sergeant, they'll normally go better. If past this prologue, they'll get better over the course of the sessions, leading into the ultimate pace session being Q1, 2 and 3. But I don't. I think that RB21, yet and still, despite the floor upgrade, the floor fairings, all of the aero ducts that they've brought, the brake duct that they've upgraded for, yet and still, I think fundamentally that RB21 is, I think it's mercurial. I think it's difficult to set up, is the honest truth. Matt spoke about this in the Pelas Pistas podcast, didn't he? He said that they were doing this random walk development philosophy thing that just didn't make sense. There's Lando. And Oscar Piastri instantly says to Lando, I will see that and I'll raise you this. Easy G, how are you feeling, chap? I've yet to see I've yet to see at the same time on track Lando be quicker than his teammates. That's techie, Easy G. I don't know what's going on. Piastri seems to have that. What usually happens in these sessions is that Lando Norris has himself maybe a tenth and a half over the course of Oscar Piastri, in no small part due to his overlappy style being throttle inputs and brake inputs, particularly on combined entry. However, I'm concerned for Lando that already so early into the session, under the aegis of his extensive sim sessions, Brazil, Interlagos, Oscar Piastri, you guys have seen the pictures at this stage, that Oscar Piastri is already quicker than Lando Norris. So what additional cards does Lando have to play is the question. I'm thinking about our awesome Maycod. Hey Maycod, you cracking me up. Your awesome cleaner and friend who went back to Brazil, her home country, to get treatment for breast cancer. Bless her. Let me know how that's going, Macon. I hope, well, health is wealth, some say. Maximilian Verstappen is on a cheeky outlap. Again, your climactic settings are thus 7 minutes and 32 left on the docket. Wind coming in from the south at 3.6 kilometers per hour. Your track and ambient temperatures are 40.2 and 18.9 degrees Celsius respectively. So no sun more than a second standard. Did you hear Max Verstappen in the Pellas podcast say, listen, if you're winning and the second driver's in 10th, you can't have that. I know he wasn't talking about Sonoda-san specifically, but it's not lost on me that it applies. Where's this Lando glazing at Easy G sleeping? Oh no. Let's pause on the Lando Norris disparagement. Well, there's disparaging. Nothing to glaze. At the moment, critically, Easy G. Do you know what I mean? The Overton window that is F1 peak performance evolves. It is fleeting. Here we go. Here's a Max. Stay on board with Max Verstappen. Let me see how this car handles. Purple microsectors for Max Verstappen. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen goes 17.9 through sector 1, but it's these next sectors that it's going to be difficult for him to keep that. He's going purple microsectors, chat. Oh my gosh, he goes another purple microsector in sector 2, the difficult ones. And then he's going to be rapid again in sector 3, isn't he? 17.9. So he's carrying 2/10, chat. What are we doing here? On fresh mediums. $13.9. Oh no, he lost a lot of time in the final microsector, did Max. So he's lost 1.5 tenths. Oh no, he's up. Fudge. So he's up 2 tenths and he's lost 1.5. No, he's going purple microsector. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Up 2 tenths. Umach, come off the man, eh? Let's go. Okay, he's gone 332 kilometers per hour through the speed trap. Look at me howling and punching the air as if this is qualifying proper. Brazil. Yeah, no, it is a Maximilian Verstappen circuit. Nice, about to take it back. Go on then. Oh, he is indeed. Look at that. Lando Norris goes 17.9. Oh, the humanity, Easy G. Oh no, permanently bored. 17.9. Lando goes through sector 1. That's 5/100ths quicker. And then 50.5. Oh, shoot. He's 4/10ths quicker through sector 2. Oh my gosh. Okay. Houston, we have a Lando Norris shaped problem. Easy G. Chaos. Fudge. 3.5 tenths faster than George. 4 tenths faster than Max. Fudge. And he's done that on 5 lap old mediums, chat. Shots fired, gents. Ladies and gents, shots fired. Lando Norris has the whip hand. No likey. No likey. Lando's flying, but the track evolution is that he's big. 100% Biochem, but there's only a couple of minutes between that Lando lap and Max's lap. And Lando's pulled out 4/10, nearly half a second, around the 70-second track. Oh, Easy G's done one of these. Shh. That's not bad. Rhetoric. That's not bad from Lando. That's not bad at all. Where's Gasly come from? So go on then, your runners and riders with 3 minutes left on the docket. Lando leads from Piastri, Russell, Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, Antonelli, Fernando Albon, Alonso, Hajar in 8th, Stroll and Liam Lawson. In the drop zone currently, the bottom 5 will of course go out. Tsunoda-san, Sainz, Colapinto, Ocon, Albon. Let's get our Tsunoda-san max delta meter out, 1.2 seconds. I mean, yeah, track evolution 100%, but 0.35 dynamite. I don't know about that. That's chaos, Andy. Chaos. I am come on, Matt. Oh, Oscar Piastri goes on a 110. Oh, Lando Norris has the whip hand. How do you like them Lando Norris apples, Easy G? Flipping Nora. On board with Lewis Hamilton. Let's see what the 7-time champion has got to offer. Who, by the way, of the previous 20 races, has only beaten Charles Leclerc twice. Chaos. Lewis up to 6th. Don't hate that. 110.4. Will that be good enough? Probably. He's got himself 4/10 worth of wriggle room here. Come on, Max. Beat Linda Norris. Oh, the humanity. I prefer Dustin from Stranger Things. Less disparaging. Oh, dear. 1 minute 30 seconds left on the docket. Currently in the drop zone, for the avoidance of doubt, all F1 drivers are created equal, but some are created more equal than others. Alex Albon, Ocon, Colapinto, newly signed Colapinto, Carlos Sainz Jr. and Tsunoda-san. Wow, the Ferraris are going to be this far off the pace. Everybody's going to be this far off the pace. Look at those the McLaren in the hands of Lando. Oh, the humanity. But again, to be fair, if we're going to extend Oscar P some grace. Oh no. Ollie Behrman up to 4th on a 10.0. Tsunoda-san up to 14th on a 10.7. He's got no chance. Tsunoda-san's done out of here. He's got no chance. He's finished. It's a wrap for you, son. Alex Albon doing purple sectors. There you go. There's track evolution privilege. Up into 6th from Alex Albon. Yuki Tsunoda down to 15th. He only needs one more and then he's gone, isn't he? That is insane. Alex Albon, again, went purple because of that toe. Cheeky toe. Hulkenberg up into 8th. Demotes Tsunoda-san. Max Verstappen up into 2nd. What do you mean? On a 109.975. Still 3/10 though, gents and ladies. Shoot. Where did the Oscar Glazers go? Says Easy G. Humility, sir. But to be fair, you waited on it. You were like, chill out. Lando will show you. 110. Fudge. Rain. Don't go away. Come back right now today. 109.7. Fudge cake. Alonso up into 3rd on a 10.011. Don't hate it. Charles Leclerc 11th. That's not good, eh? Bloody Nora. Lando goes quicker. Holy shoot. On a 109.627. All eyes on Carlos Sainz. Nothing doing. Bloody Nora. Look at Lewis. Lewis languishing in 14th, but he'll be all right. Everybody else, Lewis up to 10th. Don't hate that. I'm still here, don't worry. Yuki's the worst driver. Flipping Nora. Snodder-san. In a Red Bull, a 110.692. That's 1 point what? What? No. It's a second, isn't it? As near as makes no difference. Why is Sonoda-san a second adrift? Come on, Yuki, just hang it up now, mate. What's the point? It's over, ladies and gentlemen, for Sonoda-san. There's no point. What are we doing? This is an exercise in futility. If it were a horse, he would need putting out of his misery. This is sad. I feel like this is this might even be more damaging than Checo Perez's. The end of Checo Perez. Back end of last year. Max will do a 109.0. Free. Let's see, Let's see. Let's see. I'm just looking at the purple sectors. Max is losing the bulk of his time. Actually, sector 2 and sector 3, to be fair. But mainly sector 2, losing 2/10 in sector 2. It's always going to be those low minimum speed turns where the Max Verstappen manned RB21 is going to struggle, Always going to be those turns. Just doesn't love it. McLaren are always going to be quicker around there. It's just so much more aerodynamically efficient, especially in the hands of Lando Norris. I might have to retire that moniker if he keeps performing like this. Easy G. He's listened to the videos. He's heard all my nonsense. And he's like, you know what, Cameron, I will see that, mate, and I will raise you this. I just watched his advert, not the monster one. Air Wallet or whatever it's called. Quite marketable, this Lando Norris fella, when you break it down. Lando wasting his tyres. Well, not really. He's done 9 laps on one set. So I don't think he's really wasting his tyres necessarily. Yeah, poor Yuki, Dr. Fistus. Bye-bye, Sonoda. Extreme underperformance settings, 100% dynamite. Hugo 7 races, consecutive, back-to-back-to-back, in a Red Bull without scoring points. Who? Oh, wait, nobody not named Sonoda-san. Bless him. As much as I love Yuki. Do you know what I mean? We've even got Yuki Sonoda-san merch. But I mean, it's per Kenny Smith at the All-Star game. Right now, for Sonoda-san, I think it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. It's done. Sackable. Gonzo, sadly. Am I being disrespectful? Do I need to put some respect on Yuki's name? I'm not sure I do. Not anymore. Not at the altar of his most recent underperformance stint. Nah. Did you see Yuki Tsunoda come in on the coming in by himself? So go on then. Out in SQ1. For the avoidance of doubt. Oh wow. Carlos Sainz says this is the worst execution I've ever seen in my life. James Vowles won't like that at all. Out in Q1 for the avoidance of doubt. Colapinto, Liam Lawson, Tsunoda-san, Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz. Are you using, Ronald, are you using the old Brian Scalabrine line? I'm closer to LeBron James than you are to me. Ronald says, as bad as Yuki's performance is, he's still closer to Max's level than we are. To Yuki, 1000%. Worst Red Bull driver ever. Oh no, Dynamite. P2, not a bad place to start from. Apex is thick. No, not around here, Umarch. Not around here. Because the Senna S's are too melee-ish. Of course, you're going to get a toe going into turn 4. I don't know. I think you want to be in P1. I think if you want to get to the end of lap 1 in P1, then I think you want to start on P1 on the grid. This isn't an 800-meter running down to turn 1 at Mexican Grand Prix. I think it's a little bit different. Oof, Olu. No, Max absolutely can do it. Of course he can. Carlos is washed. Behave yourself. Didn't he podium just the other day? Can you spell recency bias? Unsmooth operator. This is the worst. This is the worst strategies ever. And that's saying something since he's just come from Scuderia Ferrari. That is saying. Laura Mecca says the McLarens are super fast though. The humanity. Where is the raid when you need it? This is only for 8 points. Who cares? But you already know the scenarios that Max kind of needs to win every single race, the sprints included. Unless you assume that the McLaren boys are going to start dropping points. I think so as well, Dynamite. I think so as well. Coyote, let's go. I can handle the car much better than you keep. Every sim, even my sim time, even my sim times are better, says Canal. All right, let's have a gander. We are into SQ2, 10 minutes of 9 minutes and 5 seconds left on the docket. I feel like this turn 1 is made for inside lunge proper, but the problem is Zumach, there's not a big run in down to turn 1. It's not a lot. I don't think it's that far. 100 meters maybe, 150 max. You're on the throttle and then you're on the brakes sooner than you realise. Right, let's have a go. 600 of you watching Kokoni, do me a favour and smahoosh the like button if you are so inclined. I'm inclined, says Eagle Eggs. Behave. Ferrari pace is nowhere. Always. I suspected that Charles was hiding his light under a bushel. Apparently I was wrong. They've got nothing. Or nothing to speak of just yet, unless they come alive. Lower the ride height, chaps. And you'll get going. Go on then. 8 minutes remaining and 2 seconds left on the docket. At least Hajar could be there to bother the McDonald's. But true Dynamite. It feels like a lot like 2021. If you recall, Camis United winning tomorrow. I have no idea, mate. Never back. In a similar vein to where you should never back against Max Verstappen. I think you should never back Man United full stop at the moment. Tick short snaps. Cameron, did you see what Max hinted at about the McLarens on the podcast with Gabby? Remind me, Kinta. I watched it all. What did he hint at? Cyclone tomorrow, Remcon. 100%. Go on then, Max. Let's have a go, Joe. It's WAG Central again, isn't it? How much airtime do you want to give WAG's producers? I'm just asking for a friend. Do you know what I mean? Oof, cheeky locker. Winds have dropped. Look at that coming in from the southwest now. Alonso tops your timing sheets with a 109.3. Second is Stroll. Leclerc goes third on a 109.7. Hulkenberg, Albon, Behrman, Bortoletto. As at the time of writing, those are the only bods, inclusive of Hamilton, who's just leapfrogged up to fifth. Those are the only bods who have set lap times. Oh, it's gonna get tricky. Max Verstappen going purple all over the show, of course, but you would expect it. 109.7, track it. Oh no, only up to 4 for Max. That kind of been a good lap, eh? Not a bushel. Damn it. So Stroll is better than Tsunoda-san. Oh, the humanity indeed. That is TWM, the only conclusion that one can take. Max Verstappen on a 17.8. Go on then. Lando goes 17.9. That's a mistake-laden set to 1 from Lando Norris, clearly, because he was quicker than that, much quicker than that the last session. Oh, there's a Pierre Gasly on a 17.8. What? Pierre Gasly goes quicker to the tune of 3/1000ths than Max Verstappen. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Lando Norris. Right. Okay. Lando's going for it here. Although it feels like Oscar Piastri's going for it more. 35.3. A up. Fernando Alonso is the pick to click, by the way, on a 109.3. What is going on here? I'm not sure whether these McLarens are going to smash him. Not even 109.37 from Lando. What's Oscar got? 17.8. I don't think Oscar's going to do it either. Oh, Norris and Piastri settling behind Fernando Plan Alonso in SQ2, as does King George Russell of Kings Lynn, Norfolk. What is going on here? Unbelievable. Insane pace from Pierre Gasly in set to 1, but it looks like he took it all out of his tyres. Go on then, continue your drop zone. SQ2, round 21, the Brazil Grand Prix. Bortoletto in 5th, Behrman, Gasly, Alex Albon, and Sir Lewis, Carl Davidson, Hamilton, all are in your drop zone as at the time of writing. Goat Stroll beating Max. What is going on here with Mr. Verstappen? Sat there in 8th. I don't think he did a good lap, did he? Max was clearly, go on then. So everybody's hovering around. Look at the McLarens on 33 kilometres, 331 kilometres from Piastri. Maximilian Verstappen has taken some downforce points out of that rear wing. 335 kilometres per hour for the speed trap. What did Aston Martin put in their fuel cell? Adrian Newey minerals is what they put in their fuel cell. $800 if you're watching concurrently, and I'm grateful. Let me say this again for the avoidance of doubt, for I make no apology for labouring this point. I'm grateful ad infinitum to each and every single one of you. Do me a favour and smahoosh that like button. We are 3 minutes away from the end of SQ2 and a cheeky checkered flag. Nervous. All right, Mr. Verstappen on a cheeky outlap, as well as is Pierre Gasly. He's going to need to go again, though, Pierre. And potentially Max. Max is only in 8th. Max is set up for the wet tomorrow. Oh, the humanity. I mean, you may as well go in 10 toes down, right? Overweight, the wet setup. What other path to victory for Max is there? And when I say path to victory, I'm talking about the drivers as well as the Brazilian Grand Prix. They're synonyms of each other at this juncture. Just watching me like a Neanderthal, drinking. Mama Cameron, forgive me. It's been a long week. Do you know what I mean? Such a Neanderthal, bringing shame on the Cameron family name, but I digress. Right, 1 minute remaining. Me too, Benny. Me too, mate. It does feel, Jaco, like they have messed the car up again. Or potentially that they never had it right in the first place. False dawns, flattered to deceive. Voila. Go on then. We are 1 minute left on the docket. Bloody no, what's Max doing here? Yellow sectors all the way. He's not even going to get round. Oh, Max, what's going on, chap? Looks like he's abandoned the lap with 45 seconds left to go. fudge? Has the track temp dropped off or something? What's going on here? Everybody's going slower. I think. Go on. I'm curious to this Red Bull nonsense here. Is Max going to go round again? Charles Leclerc going for it. Oh my God, Lewis as well. Lewis isn't going to make it even to the line. Oh, for crying out loud, Lewis is gonzo. He's got 16 seconds to get in that. Oh, it's done. Charles Leclerc, Mr. Mistakes. Do you know what I mean? What do we do? What's the point, Charles? Like, even in the weekend when you proposed to the missus and are set to marry, you're still making mistakes of the unforced variety. Lewis Hamilton's gone. Charles Leclerc very nearly gone. So, John, what are we doing here? Karen's not going to have it. Insane. And Max Verstappen down and out. Go on then. In SQ2, here are your runners and riders. Max saved by Charles Leclerc. Bloody Nora. Potentially Andrew. Jeez. So go on then. Alonso tops your timing sheets on a 109.3. What? Lando Norris. What? Lando Norris 4 100ths adrift. Go on then, Scuderia Ferrari. You need to just put the clown meme back on those faces. Oh, what's the point? How the level of ineptitude around here at this point, as far as Maranello and Fiorano are concerned, just the crime. Remember when he was on the deck chair? Fernando's not bad around here, if I recall correctly. Lewis is out. Ricky, I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. It's all a bit long. I wonder if Charles going off hindered. I don't care, if I'm honest with you. Did Charles Leclerc's mistake hinder Lewis Hamilton? Probably. I don't care. I just don't even, whatever, mate. Do you know what I mean? If we're in race 21 now, and you've only beat Charles Leclerc 3 times this season. Granted, Lewis is bridging that gap. He's getting closer. Look at that. I mean, he's only a 10th of drift off on a 60 lap track. I get it, but I'm just a bit. I don't want to talk about it, to be fair. Kaori, what are we doing here? I just don't want to talk about it. It's long. I think I've already said a gazillion times that people remember Lewis in them Mercedes black overalls. They won't want to recall this red over. It's going to be like Alain Prost stint at Scuderia Ferrari. People, when all is said and done, people won't want to remember it because it's bad memories. Like Senna in the Rodhams Racing Williams overalls. You just want to remember in the McLaren, in the good times. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what this stint represents as far as McLaren, as far as Ferrari and the relationship with Sir Lewis. Unbelievable. Easy G. Standard error of the unforced variety from Shaw. What else do you expect at this point? Brilliant driver. Can't keep it on track. Not for love nor money. That's who Charles Leclerc is. Charles F. Lewis. Yes. Did he? Kaori, what's going on? What is the point? I've had enough. I can't do it. It's so strong. Oh God. The way that Charles Leclerc spun that car around looked exactly like Checo Perez at Monaco. Like he just kept his foot in and just spun it all the way. I need to see the telemetry. Race ban for Charles Leclerc for being bad. But he's so brilliant and so... Have you ever seen somebody so good and bad concurrently? I care, it sucks like a dredge. I've got to not care. With a view to circle the wagons around my emotional battery. I've got to not care. So I don't even talk about Lewis anymore. Have you noticed? 900 of you in the chat concurrently. Do me a favour and smash a like. We are a couple of minutes away from a cheeky SQ3. It is, of course, round 21, the Brazil Grand Prix. I would argue at this juncture that the McLarens, in the hands of Lando Norris, aka Dustin from Stranger Things, have the whip hand. And for that, it will get techie. Of course, Maximilian Verstappen will need to keep this thing alive, meaning, therefore, win as near as makes no difference. All of the remaining races, sprints, included. Sprints aren't the main course, however, because 8 points only on offer for the first place driver. 25 points on race day proper, but again, momentum is a thing around here, isn't it? Sprint race weekend. Matt's wanting to go. Some bad is a strong word, good sir. Matt's lost half a second in the sector 2. They've shown the replay was 0.2. Oh wow, so he was at 0.2. What did Lewis say? Matt says the car's completely broken. Oh no. Oh no, Dynamite. No. Fernando has the whip hand. What's going on here? Lewis literally did the same on FP1. Fuck, honestly, Easy G. I can't have no words. Chat, I'm done. Lewis Hamilton, 20 races in. He's beaten Charles Leclerc 3 times. 20 races now, back to back. Lewis Hamilton, no podium from the chap, excluding sprints, of course. What's the explain? What's the explain for that? Sick and tired is what I am. I can't be bothered. Kaori, help. I've got no words. That I just don't. It's Ferrari, Charles. Look at that. Why is he? Why? What are you doing, Charles? I'm slightly nervous. Me too, Z. There's a lot at stake here, Z. This feels like it's it. We've invested a lot of time and hours in this championship, and it feels like now or never. Come after hour, come after Max Emilian Verstappen, GOAT 4, some say, soon to be 5-time champion. The time is now, right? Put up or shut up. That's where we are now. They should remove that revised floor they put in for Mexico. Keep it as it was in Monza, potentially 11th, 10. Potentially. 800 of you watching Kokoni, do me a favour, smash the like. I appreciate each and every single one of you ad infinitum, more than words and or signifiers can tell. Nervous, chap. Really bothering. Nervous. Right, let's go. Lewis didn't even make it to the... Oh, I can't even dwell on it. You know, I can't even. RB lost the momentum. The car is bad again. Max is complaining about it, most definitely. They should be able to sort it out before the race. Easy G, there goes. The car is stupid. Did Charles say that? The car is stupid. Oh my gosh. Lewis Hamilton, oh, the humanity hybrid. Split turbo merchant. You can't say that, chap. You can't. That's too... You've gone too hard there, sir. Recency bias clouds your judgment. Go on then, we are 7 minutes. Alright. Lance Stroll into SQ3 for the first time since SQ3. Are Aston Martin improving materially? I think Lewis is running a bigger rear winged 2 they hoped for rain. OG Zilla, I feel like it's more than that. You were... No words either. Okay, it's too wicked, man. I've had enough. Go on then. SQ3, 6 minutes. Let me stop mourning Lewis's out in SQ2 again. I got water in my seat. Must be. They're just nonsense, aren't they, Crypto? That's just nonsense. I will go scorched earth in a minute. On the 8 PM show, I'm just going to lose my SH1T because I've had enough. Scuderia Ferrari want to do all this talking and then get nothing done. How about you take some actions, Scuderia Ferrari, instead of doing all this talking? Nobody cares. Build a car capable of winning races and therefore championship. Some say you got the best driver pairing. What are you doing with them apart from wasting them? It's nonsense. We are SQ3, 5 minutes and 30 seconds back on the docket. Newey looks like he might be back. Imagine if this is just this year. Imagine what he's done for next year's car. Oh, the humanity. It could get techie than techie things, couldn't it? It might. get techier than techie things. Easy, me and you both. Oscar Piastri goes third on a 109.634. Lando Norris tops your timing sheets on a 109.271. Oh, the humanity. Go on then, Max. Come on, sir. Why is Max on 6-lap old mediums? Can we put Max on some softs, please? No, he hasn't left the box, that's why. Okay, everybody. But be careful, Red Bull. Don't leave it too late. Because we all know what happened last year. For Pete's sake. Yeah, go on then. So your timing sheets with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left up on the docket. Lewis has been investigated for an infringement. I mean, when it rains, if I were Lewis, I'd just want to get out of Dodge. What's the point? There's no point. There is no point. It's just long now, isn't it? Piastri is fudged. Oh no, not yet, not yet. But to be fair, he's not going to get round. He's going to end up in fourth. Oh my gosh. Oscar Piastri not improving. And he's on soft, so what's the point? Where is the rain, Michael? Tomorrow. Storm force conditions. They're adjusting his cars. He ain't out yet. Here he comes in a minute. I think they have to go on. Here's what Red Bull do really well. They're good at playing a joker, right? I think they realise that they have one shot at putting this on pole, and they're going to need all the help they can get. Track evolution settings and all. And if they go out early and try and do no, this is time to put all of your chips on the Max Verstappen portion of the board. You've just got to go for it, right? Put him out there with 1 minute. Do like they used to do Seb back in the day. Put him out there with like 1 minute and 30 left, so you can just barely get around to maximise the extent to which the track is evolved. I don't see Alonso giving a place back or a tone to Q3 to Lance. AM is wide open next year potentially. What are you saying, Dynamite? Red Bull taking risk and always knock on wood. They're going late, aren't they? I think they realise that what's the point? If they don't win, then then the championship's finished. You may as well go for it. Although, no, they need to maximise. They've got to go. There's a yellow flag. Then there's a yellow flag. They need the cooperation of the racing gods to win this race, this sprint race, and this championship. Lewis is washed. Lewis is washed is a derogatory term, isn't it? Lewis is old and tired, as am I, ladies and gentlemen. Old and tired, sick and tired, Kaori. Do you know what I mean? I've had enough. Can't even talk about. Go on, Max. Quote me happy here, Max. With 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the docket, the pick to click in sector 1. I think Max will go quicker in sector 1. I think sector 2 and 3 is where he might have issue. Lest we forget, going through the speed trap, 335 kilometers per hour from Maximilian Verstappen out here on brand new, fresh, soft compound red label tyres. It's going to get techie. It is going to get techie. But I'm here for it. So they're doing like we said. Oh wow, Oscar is on one. Goes 17.9. A tenth and change slower than Lando. But then he's going yellow, yellow, yellow. But then he goes purple microsector from Oscar through sector 2. Oh my gosh, Lando. Look at Lando. 17.7 through sector 1. And Max Verstappen goes 17.74. And put that in your pipe, Lando Norris, and smoke it, chap. Let's go. Pick to click through sector 2. 35.2. My yellow microsectors from Lando through sector 2. Lots of them. Come on, Max Verstappen. Come off the hour. Come off the mat. Max is going green all the way through. Oscar Piastri up to third only on a 109.4. It's not going to be enough, Oscar. All eyes on Max Verstappen. Come off the hour. Come off the Max Verstappen, mate. Come on. 35.6. Oh, 35.7. What's gone on there? Max Verstappen is way behind on that. He's like half a second adrift through sector 2. Fuck. Come on, Max. No. Oh my gosh, only up to 6th, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Max Verstappen only up to 6th. Fudge. George Russell up to 4th. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen 6th. Oh no, it's not good, this. Not good. It's not looking good, bruv. Oh, for crying out loud. What's that about, chat? It's all up in there for sector 1. Antonelli in 2nd. Oh my gosh. Antonelli quicker than George. Go on then, your runners and riders for sprint qualifying tomorrow. Lando Norris lines up on pole on a 109.243. Antonelli on a 109.4. 1/10 adrift. Oh, Michael. No. Max P6 washed, says OG Zilla. No. Oh, no. I don't think that car's quick enough, chat. Oh, well, Cameron, when it's Max doing it, you always say it's Max, and when he doesn't do it, you say it's the car. This is some sort of asymmetric accountability that you're leveraging. I think they had to go all in, Stephen. I think I co-sign their methodology. I think they had one shot of love. They had to go. Too much. It's chaos. It needs to rain tomorrow. All of the rain. It has to rain. This is really disappointing. There will be rain. It's okay, says Biocam. Lando domination made ball fans. Oh, okay. Man. Sadness. the Valerian gloom envelops me as a Max Verstappen fan. Why? No! Fudge! Shoot. Yeah, and a neutral, by the way. So go on then. Your lineup for tomorrow's sprint looks something like this. Lando Norris tops your timing sheet and therefore starts on pole on a 109.243. Why you much? Where has the pace gone? I do not know. Better it's over now than in the last one. Fair play, Mark. I don't hate you. I don't hate the point. Lando starts on pole on a 109.243. Antonelli on a 109.3. Oh wow, Antonelli could have put that on pole, but for that oversteer instance, going through John Sow. DK Burton, it's over, brother. If it rains tomorrow, it could all change. Fudge cake. Okay. Oh no, look at Max's face there. Oh, the humanity. It feels chaos. Simply lovely, says Easy G. Yeah. Lando loves to use that phrase, doesn't he, when he's got the offhand. WDC overcome. Fudge. You're a legend, Mason. I appreciate you saying that, mate. Bro, it's not looking good, bruv. Oh, the humanity. Oh, go away, F1. Right, chat. I'm going to run away. And I'm going to retire. Do I come back? Did we do an 8 PM stream? I wanted to go for all the Max Verstappen bits and bobs. Matthew, you're a legend. Well, I had the belief, and Red Bull has taken it away. 5 in a row may never ever be equalled again. Michael deserves more respect, 100,000%. Michael's the only one to do it. Eh? Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna run away. I may or may not be back at 8 p.m. Oh, that's so annoyed. Dive bomb settings tomorrow. He's got to do something, but the problem is that he can't be reckless with it, right? Because a DNF, any sort of chaos, takes him out the championship proper. So, okay, all right. You'll be a man, my son. If you can learn to treat triumph and disaster and treat both those imposters both the same, then one day, my son, you'll be a man. Don't feel like that. I'll tell you that much for free. Joe said Max is happy at Red Bull. I don't know about all that. Cam looks like F1 will have a nuking. Lando, low risk. I mean, I've got to retire all monikers, right? If Lando can carry on like this, big if, it's plenty quick enough, but it's his execution, right? Even into turn 1 tomorrow. I just don't know. What a loser Joe is. No, Ted, it was not climactic. Go away with your disingenuity. Silenced. I have no words. Yeah, as if it couldn't get any worse with Lewis's being out in SQ2. Well, at least the Lewis Hamilton fans, like the Colts, can't say anything. You know what I mean? But sadly, I abridge both fandoms. I think so very much. Maybe, chap. I think we've been spoiled this year. He's done too many impossible things. Far too many times already this year. Max has turned water into wine and fed the 5,000. You know what I mean? I don't think you could... what's this Colapinto nonsense? Right. I don't even care. You should be able to see Lewis Hamilton's time. Alimantando on the right-hand side of your screen. 109.881 out in SQ2. Right, chap. We'll be back again tomorrow, as per usual, 30 minutes before the sprint in the day and 30 minutes before qualifying proper for the race. It's going to get techie then techie things. I may or may not be back at 8 p.m. We've got an 8 p.m. Friday night show to do, but this F1 thing leaves a bad taste in my mouth at the moment. I'm not going to cry, but nearly. I'm so devastated. I'm gutted. Right, guys, it's only sport. Per the legend that is, was it Shankly or Paisley that said F1 isn't as important as life and death. It's much more important than that. And it feels, why are you such a Max fanboy? Mr. B, he's quite good. He's provided me with lots of happy moments this season. And you know what, Mr. B, let me see that and raise you this as you just perked me up and implored me to go scorched earth for the last 30 seconds of the stream. Forgive me, Mr. B. I make no apologies for being passionate about the sport and for enjoying the god-tier level sporting endeavour par excellence that Max Verstappen has shown us seasons to date. Mention no names: the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying, British qualifying, Suzuka 2, Imola, Turn 1, Lap 1. Were you watching them, Mr. B? I didn't think so. And again, I make no apologies for dining at the restaurant of sporting endeavour par excellence in the hands this season to date, the one that they call Max Emilian Verstappen. Why don't you put that, Mr. B, in your pipe and smoke it? See you same time tomorrow, 30 minutes before all of the sessions. We'll be streaming them here. But I digress.